What's going on, everyone? Welcome to TLE TV. Welcome to the next installment of the Green Book, where we go over chapters 13, 14, and 15. And they are housing, income, and means of transportation, respectively. We're going to go ahead and cover these chapters. We're going to go ahead and do a reading and just follow along if you have a copy of the book. If not, just go ahead and listen in and listen about democracy. So, going on. Apparently something fell, but that's fine. We're going into chapter 13, which is housing. There's also maybe a short clip as well, since these chapters are relatively short, but we're going to go ahead and go into them anyway. So, housing. Housing is an essential need for both the individual and the family and should not be owned by others. Living in another's house, whether paying rent or not, compromises freedom. Attempts made by various countries to solve the housing problem did not provide a definite solution because such attempts did not target the ultimate solution. The necessity that people own their dwellings, but rather offered the reduction, increase, or standardization of rent, whether it went to privately or publicly owned enterprise. In a socialist society, no one, including society itself, has the right to control people's needs. No one has the right to acquire a house additional to his or her own dwelling and that of his or her heirs for the purpose of renting it because this additional house is, in fact, a need of someone else. Acquiring it for such a purpose is the beginning of controlling the needs of others, and in need, freedom is latent. Chapter 14, Income. Income is an imperative need for man. In a socialist society, it should not be in the form of wages from any source or charity from anyone. In this society, there are no wage earners, but only partners. One's income is a private matter and should either be managed privately to meet one's needs or be a share from a production process of which one is an essential component. It should not be a wage in return for production. Chapter 15, Means of Transportation. Like I said, these chapters are relatively short, basically just a paragraph or two at most. So anyway, means of transportation. Transportation is also a necessity both to the individual and to the family. It should not be owned by others. In a socialist society, no person or authority has the right to own a means of transportation for the purpose of renting it, for this also means controlling the needs of others. So, this has been chapters 12, chapters 13, 14, and 15 of Muammar Gaddafi's Green Book. Stay tuned for the next 3 chapters that we'll be going into. They are land, domestic servants, and the social basis of the third universal theory. Once again, our next segment on the Green Book by Mr. Gaddafi are going to cover chapters 16, 17, and 18, and they are land, chapter 16, domestic servants, chapter 17, and the social basis of the third universal theory, chapter 18. I'm your host, Hassan Labdouni. Thanks for checking in to TLE TV. And make sure you subscribe to our YouTube pages, TLE TV, as well as the Lyrical Elitist. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Lyrical Elitist. Check us out on Blog Talk Radio, blogtalkradio.com/TLE News. As well as you want to donate to what we're trying to do here, what we're building, you want to take part, you want to invest in what we are doing here, trying to help our community, you can invest at patreon.com/TLE News. That's patreon.com/TLE News. I'm your host, Hassan Labdouni. Y'all have a great day. Ashe.